Hello, this is Mark from IMNG Organic, and I want to give you a 30-day update on our potatoes growing in wood chips and also fall leaves. I'm standing at the top of the row of our dark red Norland baby red potatoes, and this is in the wood chips to back to Eden style method, and things are looking fantastic. Most of the green you're seeing right now is the field peas that are coming up first, and we'll take a closer look at that, and we do have some potato foliage coming out already. So here you can see a close-up of our potato foliage here with my high-tech pointer. And these are field peas. Now what I'm doing with the field peas, they're going to be doing two things for me. So the number one thing they're going to be doing for me is they are a legume, and they're going to be fixing nitrogen at a slow, constant level in the root system, and hopefully transferring that to the potatoes through the mycorrhizal fungi. Now also, number two, this is a way I earn a little money early in the season, is that I will come when these grow up a little bit taller. They're going to get about 8 inches tall, and I'm not worried about the potato foliage yet. I'll come in, and every so often I'll just cut a couple, and we sell the tops off. They're highly desired to put into salads. And when I cut the tops off, I'm not going to cut it right to the ground. I'm going to leave at least, say, 4 inches out of the ground so the plant can still survive and help out the potatoes. What I'd like to do now, I would like to know how well it's doing in the ground. So I'm going to dig up this area here and see how the roots look on it, how many shoots are coming out of the potato, and see how just healthy the plant is. It should be fairly easy to dig, so I'm going to just use my hands. You can see a lot of roots. Now this is the field peas here. And you can see how deep they are that I planted them. They were down at least probably 5 to 6 inches. And you can see everything here. And here's the potato. This is looking pretty good. I want to see where I can get my potato here. Wow, this is nice. See, now the roots are together and they're not hurting. See how close? Nice little worm. We'll move you out of the way. And they're looking pretty good. I think I got the potatoes right here. Now, this whole clump, here we are. There's our main potato. And here you can see how and the field pea seed is still there on top. And you can see how long that root system is. So when they tell you that you should only plant things to like maybe 1 inch deep, sometimes it's true depending on the seed, but you can see how far that came up to the surface. Now here's our potato, and look at all those beautiful roots. That's nice. That's going to be a healthy potato, and it's still nice and firm and solid. I'm not going to leave it out too long here, so maybe I can replant it and save it. But this is how nice everything is. That's just beautiful. So let's see how many shoots I got coming out of the potato so far. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lucky 7. So let me plant this back real quick, and then we're going to take a walk down a row so you can see how the whole row is growing. So I got things planted back. I put a large stick behind it, and this way I'll know within a week, another little experiment that I would just know from my own personal experience, if the potato dies, if I unrooted it too much. I still see a couple roots out, so I'm going to throw a couple more wood chips on top and see if it survives very well. So let's take a nice walk down the row, and we'll see how everything is going. Couple of spots the field peas, either I missed it or they didn't come up. I think next time I have to throw more field peas in there. I was worried about putting too much in, but maybe it seems to be better if you can plant more field peas in with it. Looks really good so far. Lots of foliage. Here's a nice group. It's been only 30 days, like I said. Not bad. So now I moved over to our fall leaves, our test area for fall leaves here. And you can see in the background a green haze to our left-hand side. That's all that cover crop coming up. I will go over this next week. I want to do all the pros and cons of this and list them all, and I want to go into detail about them. I think the video will probably be at least a half hour long or more. Now, what we're doing, standing at the top of the row again, you can see the dark line of green field peas here, and that's where our potatoes are underneath here. And this is in the fall leaves, nothing else. Now you can see our potato foliage here coming out around our field peas, and it seems like, I don't know if I put more field peas in here or not, but it seems like we got a better growth rate on the field peas here in the leaves than we did inside the wood chips. But it's to be determined later on. We'll see how it goes in the next several weeks. So we're going to repeat the same thing again. I'll slowly dig around the potato leaves, and this is the same variety as in the wood chips, and we'll see how that's growing and how that root system is. Nice good amount of field peas here. Wow, look how deep these are here. A lot easier digging, that's for sure. And this is easy. This is nice. Wow. Here it is down here. Huh. It's rooted in really good. I can't even get it out. Wow. You can, let me get rid of some of these. Not bad. Boy, that was stuck in the soil though. It seems like less roots, but they were anchored in there pretty good. So I'm going to say it's about the same. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to go with 7 stems on each one. The potato seems like it's the same size. So that should go. And you can see nothing is growing from the bottom. There's no, if there's those eyes on the bottoms, this is a good point too. If you have eyes on the bottom, they will not send up a shoot. It's only the top ones that do that. They're pretty smart. And you can see here how each area has the stems and the roots coming out. The roots do not come, again, like I mentioned when I planted them, not from the potato itself. It comes from where the eyes come out. So that's very important. So let's get this planted back up, and it should just do just fine. Before I plant it up, I want to show you how long those field peas are, and you can see again that the seed husk is still there, but they grew all that distance and they do just fine. So let's get planted up. Okay, we're all set, and hopefully it will survive too. Here you can see the row. It's doing very nicely. I probably pushed the leaves a little bit too much off the top of the potatoes on the left-hand side, but we'll refix that when we remount them again. But it looks great. I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And next week I will hopefully get to doing a full pros and cons of the back to Eden versus fall leaves. We've had really lousy weather lately. We've had at least 20 days without any sunshine at all now, and we've been getting rain pretty much every one of those days. Hopefully the weather is clearing, the temperatures will raise up, but even tomorrow night it's supposed to get down to say 40 degrees, and usually by now I've always planted my tomatoes already. And again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so, and I thank you again.